What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Oleta Adams, and we're back for the final tune on her 1993 album Evolution. Thank you as always to Kim. And the track is Window of Hope, which suggests both possibility but also restrictions, meaning a window of hope is a space, conceptual or otherwise, through which a good outcome or the possibility for a clear path toward beneficial or desirable outcomes is available, but there's a suggestion, an indication that there are other areas or other directions which do not offer that same hope. So a window of hope is a possibility, but also with the idea that you have to be specific in the direction you're heading or you're moving or you're looking through. So yes, it suggests a limitation, even if the essence of the phrase is that there is something good possible at hand. So let's see how that manifests in practice. This is Oleta Adams. The track is Window of Hope, and it's from her 1993 album Evolution.
In the darkness of your private room, picking at the scans of some moon. You're cuddling up the sorrow like it's your best friend, thinking it's an inescapable end. See the light shining on the wall, it's gonna shine through the night, boy. Can you see the window shining the light on every problem? Shadowboxing almost every day. Don't you think it's time to put the gloves away? This kind of punishment should be your sin. Face it, that ain't the way to begin. Oh, see the light shining on the wall. It's gonna shine through the night, boy. Can you see a window? Shining the light on every problem. So always a chance that you can solve.
hearing an uplifting tune to end the album on. And yes, so sonically I caught more of that than I did the lyrics, meaning I caught some lines and tidbits of lines, but sometimes I was just like feeling the overall soulful gospel vibes of the track to the point where like I wasn't catching all of the individual words, but more on that in a moment. Gospel, definitely the overwhelming feel of this one, definitely in the chorus most of all, with those supporting vocals which make you feel like you've gone to an uplifting church service, and there's some soulful character to the sonics, though it has a bit of the like soul gospel vibe mixed with an energetic pop music of the late 80s, early 90s. So yes, it feels like soul pop mixed with a heavy gospel feel, and it does feel like we've been uplifted and taken to a more hopeful and indeed like faith-possessing place through the sonics. Now, lyrically, I feel like it's more focused on being able to see the hope and the light coming through the window, and what was it, casting light onto all the problems or something like that. I don't know if that's actually the phrasing, but she was talking about like, you know, you've been boxing shadows, which, you know, you can't hit a shadow, so it's, you know, you're suffering in darkness and you're not able to defeat whatever problems are there. And she said, what was it, like it's time to take those gloves off or something to that effect. And what was the line? It was something like, you know, it should be a sin to dwell in the shadow or something like that. I don't think that was the line, but it seemed to be the idea that you have to be willing to look for the light that's coming through, that is available through this window of hope. So you have to be open to the idea that you're not going to be struggling in shadow and trying to slay problems without that ray of light coming through this window of hope. So it was less about, you know, being able to move through a limited window that, you know, there's only a specific chance that you can be hopeful. It's about feeling and seeing the light that's coming your way if only you're willing to look through that window. So yeah, a more overtly and unilaterally positive song than I was maybe thinking about the title in advance. But yes, ultimately I feel like I've been spiritually renewed when I hear the chorus and the, you know, Oleta's lead vocal, which had some nice flourishes, and then that one insane extension which itself flourished at the end of it. So yeah, a very positive and invigorating tune emotionally to finish the album, and one that seems to be addressing another person specifically, but maybe, you know, humanity at large, and, you know, the modern human with all the things we have to worry about and all the rhythms and daily grinds of our life. They're like, hey, amid all of that and all the shadows you might be going through, don't forget that there is light coming through this window for you if you're willing to notice it. So yeah, a very positive and uplifting tune. Thank you again to Kim. In the moment, I'm forgetting what album is next in the umbrella folder, but I'm sure this is not the last folder. So I'm looking forward to more Oleta. Hopefully you are too. I did want to mention, for those who follow Oleta, it's not entirely impossible that you're also into Tears for Fears. I'm going to do one more audio reaction to the live stuff from Songs for a Nervous Planet, but I do like Kim's idea of going through video with the live performances. So the next time, which should be this week, I do video reactions over on my Patreon, I'm going to try to do a live performance from the last year or whatever. I forget exactly. It was on the tour for The Tipping Point, right? So I'm going to try to do a live video reaction to Tears for Fears. So I'm looking forward to it all. Hopefully you are too. Let me know what you think. And Luca, who's been sneakily sleeping and hiding back here, we will see you next time. Peace.